Hello and welcome to today's Urban Conversation. Today you're meeting the biggest storyteller of India's digital space. She is a woman who's told over 8,000 stories on yourstory.in. Shraddha Sharma is the founder and chief editor of yourstory.in, a platform that shares the amazing stories of startups and entrepreneurs from across India. Here's Shraddha, the creative woman entrepreneur in the Indian digital media space, sharing how she started up, the challenges she has faced, and what sharing untold stories means to her. Thanks to Infinity and Shopper Stop for supporting this webisode. What makes you an entrepreneur? What are those life experiences and what are those qualities in you that you think make you an entrepreneur?
I think it's a very interesting question, and let me think. Maybe a streak of independence, maybe just an innate ability to, go away from what is a norm and think in a mad way that there is something beautiful and good, and you can do something to make it even better. So all these strange things, I think, makes me an entrepreneur. Somewhere my upbringing did play a very key role, crucial role. I come from Bihar, and while I was growing up, it was notorious for not being like the best state at, like the prosperous and doing good state as it is now. So it was difficult, especially being a girl child. It wasn't easy while growing up. And I think in a big way it has shaped up, because I somehow think that, things might not be good, it might be difficult, but you can overcome all that and create something extremely beautiful and powerful for yourself, for people around you. And that faith has let me do and be and live all those things which I dreamt of.
That's fabulous. What is your story behind your story?
I've been asking these questions, so it's good, like, for the first time.
Somebody's asking you these questions, yes.
Yeah, so, so just quickly, I was in CNBC and I was meeting a lot of entrepreneurs, not necessarily startups, but these were entrepreneurs who were doing interesting ventures, and I was just roaming across all over India, meeting interesting guys, and they all had amazing stories to say. And somewhere I just realized that in every nook and corner of India, there is great stories, and there are great stories which are taking shapes, and somewhere someone has to tell these stories, someone has to listen to these stories, someone just has to be there for these guys. And what surprised me is that there was no single platform which was at that point telling stories of these guys across categories, across genres, across cities, geographies, and bringing all of them together online. And I Googled, just being the internet child that we all are. So in 2008, I remember Googling, coming back to Bombay after my various trips, and Googling that, hey, where do I get all these stories? And there was no place where, a story of an interesting woman in Bihar who's doing something amazing to somebody doing something very interesting in Coimbatore. And all these powerful stories were at one place. And I thought, okay, hey, let me just start this. It's magical when you're listening to amazing, powerful stories,
it's
and being
inspiring.
Yes, and being a conduit to share it with the larger world. Because today, when you don't have money, you don't have success, you don't have partners, you don't have friends who are influential, then at that point you need support. And that is the point. You don't need it when you become like a big name where the whole mainstream media and everyone is chasing you. You need it when nobody's like, you're like not the big, you've not arrived. And at that time, I wanted to be there for these guys, be the voice, listen to them, and say that, dude, you are the superstar. And you know, it's very amazing, Lakshmi, because I've been doing this for like 4.5 years, and now the same guys whom we had told their stories like 4.5 years back, and
They've now grown.
yes, and some of them are very, very successful entrepreneurs. And the other thing is that in India, when we tell our story, it's like, it's very true. Like when you tell your story, you have so many challenges in your story. There are so many, you know, unsaid things in your story, and when you're listening, then by default you become a platform which tries to address those challenges. So after telling the story, the next step was that, okay, what are those challenges and how can we address that? And that's how I think my journey and the journey of your story has grown. So it's not just that we document and tell your story in the best way possible, but then beyond that, in your story, when we listen, hey, funding might be a challenge, getting a right team, visibility, networking, sales, getting business is a challenge. Finding the right partner is a challenge. So all these things then we start addressing, and in itself it has become...
And you address them through solutions that you offer?
Yes. So there are a lot of solutions. So we do events. In fact, we have like, you name a category, you name a sector, and we'll have an event. We do a lot of hand-holding. We do a lot of one-on-one connections. We do a lot of, you know, research-led solutions. So it just doesn't come out of thin air. It just comes that, hey, an entrepreneur might just say that, you know, I'm just looking at this, connect with this MNC because this is a product I have, and this is the, and I think these guys will be my best partners. So we just go ahead and make that happen. And when that happens and this small startup gets a big business from a big MNC, that's a huge, meaningful, you know, experience for the startup, for us. And then the value just, you know, this becomes an amazing do good, be good, and the good increases kind of a ecosystem. And that's what I'm trying to build.
So what does it mean to be a woman entrepreneur in the digital space today? I mean, in India, the digital sector itself is quite new. And then in that, there are very few women entrepreneurs, right? 5 years on, how does it feel today, and what were the biggest challenges?
You know, so I didn't write a business plan. I didn't have, in fact, everyone I went to told me that this is a very romantic idea, but this is not going to work. You'll not make money.
Yeah, you got no funding, right?
No funding. Nobody has given me like a dime, penny. But it's okay. Somehow I'm like, I'm a bootstrap mentality person, and I feel, you know, the best businesses are built when you don't look for external funding, but bootstrap yourself to a certain level and then grow. Being a digital entrepreneur in the digital space is tough because, you know, there is no sense of timing. Your site has to run 24/7. You might be at 2 in the night, somebody might be reading you, somebody might be reading you from different geography. So you need to run well, you need to run 24/7, and that involves that kind of an attention. And somewhere for me, last 4.5 years, if I have to see, then I've done nothing else. I've just done this. For me, life, friendship, thank you, everything has been this. So, like, and it has been challenging because somewhere, you know, the whole business, or, you know, just to make it sustainable, you have to be so devoted and you have to be like so committed to it that everything else becomes extremely secondary. So I have had a lot of personal tragedies in the last 4.5 years. I have had to undergo a lot of difficult times, but somewhere, you know, your story has kept me afloat in terms of, you know, because it's like a baby which has to work. So I've been working, making things happen. People have been mean, and earlier I used to react. I used to be very emotional, and I joke about it now, like I used to be very hormonal about it. Like, how can they say that to me? Like, you know, if you're doing well, then they'll say, oh, she's very good in PR, so she's doing great. If you don't do well and make money, then they'll say, oh, she's a woman, so, you know, it's like, it's a hobby. So it's like, yeah, it's a blog, it's her hobby.
So people find it easy to slot it if it's a woman.
Yes, and you're always slotted. You are always slaughtered. The pat on your back is difficult to come. Yeah, like, for me, it has always been that, hey, she's very smart. She's very good in PR. She's very good in networking. But that's me. That's me since childhood.
Just a people person.
Yeah, that's me, And I just think that in my place, if there was a guy who was like as me, then the recognition, the acknowledgement, the appreciation and the male bonding would have been very, very different.
You think it would have been much more?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Tell me what the big, hairy, audacious goal is with your story. What's your big dream for your story?
Wow, that's like a very big question. So the dreams also keep changing. When I started it, the dream was that I'll make it work. I will make it happen. I will, 6 months, it was so difficult. Then I said, okay, I will not shut it down. I'll still make it happen. So that was the dream, that, your story will survive for 1 year. Then the dream was like, it will survive and do well for the next 1 year. And then it was like, hey, it will be profitable for in the coming 1 year. Then I had this thing that I'll have a team. I'll build a team. And my dream is, evolving and shaping up as your story is evolving and shaping up. I live it every day, so maybe I'm dreaming every moment, because every moment it's coming true. So,
who would you say are the people who keep you going?
A lot of people. So I think a lot of people. So my mother is my biggest inspiration. She's no more. She passed away 3 years back. But she inspires me, I think, very, very strongly. And I somewhere want to make her proud, because I just told you about my upbringing coming from Bihar, where women were looked down upon. So I had this thing that
she gave you the courage to dream.
Yes, and amidst all, for her it must have been so challenging raising 4 daughters in that circumstances. So that motivates. I want that pride wherever she is. She should feel proud. Entrepreneurs, startups they keep me going, because they are like, every day I meet so many of them, and they have such incredible energy, incredible positivity, that it just keeps me going. And of course, as you might be knowing, my dogs keep me. They keep me motivated. I don't know if I should be saying on record, but they define me.
They give you all the affection,
it's
all
like
the affection that you need.
They are so affectionate, and I keep telling all the women and everyone I meet is that the one
get dogs. That's what she told me.
Yeah, get dogs.
Get pets.
But no. But beyond the dogs, it's like what I did right is I married right. So I married very early in life, and I think I'm married to somebody who is extremely liberal. A guy who can take a woman like me, and I think it takes a lot to take somebody like me who is like 24/7 working and is like so obsessed with a startup. So I think that also keeps me going, that I'm incredibly lucky that I got the right people in life. And somewhere, Lakshmi, I also believe that if you are a very if you believe fundamentally in good things will be difficult, but you will be surrounded with amazing, incredible people who will give you great energy, and you will give them great energy, and there'll be a lot of crazy energy created.
Awesome. Fantastic having you on the show. Thank you, Shraddha.
Thank you so much for having me.
Join our mailing list at chaiwithlakshmi.in/subscribe and keep in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Pinterest.